Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
The digital asset investor just shared something which I personally think is really interesting over on Twitter. This is one of the greatest XRP crypto mysteries for me. Barry Silbert, whom we all might know from CoinDesk or Grayscale, you had the conviction on both XRP and Ripple in 2016, but by 2019, you're using the Novogratz Pompliano line of we are bullish on Ripple the company, but NEC Communications, or what exactly happened in the midst of this all? It's actually very interesting. When you dive a little bit inside of it, I guess, you'll see that back in 2016, Barry Silbert said Bitcoin, digital gold, XRP/Ripple, Swift 2.0, and then a couple other things. And then, well, unfortunately, a little bit later they changed their stance, saying Ripple the company is our largest investment. XRP is not our conviction list of holdings yet, and I guess that yet could be a positive part, I would say, because think about it, if you are very much against something, well then you're not gonna say yet, if you get my drift. Super bullish on the company, neutral on the token as of now. Again, this is July of 2019, so he's not really fully against it, not really fully for it. And then, again, you can see another tweet from October 2016 where he said, I'm with you. We, the capital basically, only now own Bitcoin, Ripple, XRP, Ethereum Classic, and now Zcash. So something happened between 2016 and 2019 which made them negative on XRP. It's interesting to kind of think about this. What was going on? Did they have some sort of discussion with the SEC then that they're not telling us about? It's very interesting to see this because a couple of other bigger parties have had the same opinion piece. Very interesting to watch this. Alright, and then guys, if you are enjoying these daily crypto videos, think about pressing that like button. You don't have to, but it helps the video out. Now, without wasting too much of your time, let's dive right into the next thing, which I think is interesting today. So, Digital Perspective shared this. So, now he cares. Who are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is how you know Chervinsky at the Blockchain Association are a special interest group, hashtag public audit, the SEC versus Ripple. They sat in silence of our fight. Now find themselves in the EU crosshairs and want to cry foul. John Deaton's 65,000 XRP holders retweet. If you guys remember, there was a very big cry out back in 2020 at the end, when Ripple got sued for some of the bigger associations to call out the SEC or to call for help within the crypto community to kind of support Ripple. Most calls fell silent though, and we were wondering, why are they doing this? Why are they not helping? Because the case is against XRP only, yes. But there's two things. One, whatever defense Ripple uses, other cryptos can use. And second, if this happens to XRP, it's going to happen to a lot of other crypto, XLM being the first one that's next, but Ethereum somewhere on the chopping block. And then, if you check his tweet, he is, in my own opinion, rather hypocritical or ignorant. Again, this is just my opinion, no hatred towards the person, but I guess against what he's saying, I think it's still a little bit hypocrite. So he says, make no mistake, if they manage to ban proof of work, they'll come for proof of stake next. And the reason I'm saying it's hypocritical is because it's the same thing with XRP/Ripple. Ethereum is going to switch to proof of stake, so eventually it might not matter if they really went for it. But the idea that if they go for proof of work, proof of stake might be next, that's kind of daunting. Or the fact that it's directly just including your crypto in that list. But reason with me here, or think with me. Is this not like the same as with if they go for XRP, they're going to go for other cryptos next, or is that different? So why would you not help them? Why would you not think about it? Make no mistake, if they manage to ban proof of work, they'll come for proof of stake next, and every other civil resistance mechanism after that. This isn't just about environmental impact, it's about the right of non-state money to exist. Their strategy is to divide and conquer, let's not fall for it. Anders says not true. This is about environmental impact. Read Mika and you'll realize it's about the EU embracing the digital revolution. The crypto market has made a good job of dividing itself, no outside source needed. Just look at XRP and how they've been treated, and you cheered on the lawsuit. You are comparing this is somebody else, a centralized corporate technology with Bitcoin. You're talking censorship-resistant store of value as means to achieve true freedom at current cost of less than 1% of world electricity. Can't we ban anything else that consumes more and doesn't provide freedom? It's an interesting discussion, it very much is, but I would say that it's one that lies a little bit deeper than whatever we're seeing right now. We have to take a look at the roots, and that actually stems from a couple of different problems. One thing that people like to bring up is, hey, we want to get crypto to a new level, but in the way in which we're using electricity right now, it's just not worth it because it actually solves not really that deep a problem anymore. You might have said, oh, but Bitcoin is the key to the double spend problem. It was at one point, but now there have been way better energy solutions. And again, we can kind of look back at a lot of these energy slurpers from back in the day. At one point or another, they might be innovative. They might be the key to the world's adoption of something new. But right now we look back at them and think, yeah, that's ancient now. It's not really efficient anymore. It's not really good anymore. In the same sense, I'm sometimes thinking Bitcoin is the true crypto in the way that I see crypto. It is. It's going to stay that way forever. But it is almost uselessly consuming electricity because we all know that a Bitcoin could move over to a new mechanism, and even though proof of stake is not necessarily energy efficient, it is already 1,000 steps better. And you gotta again realize for yourself as well, he is saying every other civil resistance mechanism after that's not true, because the majority of other mechanisms don't use or slurp electricity in the way that proof of work does, and proof of stake is still quite energy heavy, but specifically proof of work does. So it'd be a lot harder to say it's for the environmental impact if it has almost none, right? Saying it's the same thing as, just completely saying that they're banning a couple of gas slurper cars and saying, well, they're going to be coming for all cars. They probably will if they're using a lot of gas or they're slurping a lot, but they can't say the same thing about electric cars then, right? They can't use the same, energy consumption. Okay, it's a little bit different because it's still energy, but you guys get my drift, right? If we're talking about gas consumption, for example, you can't use the same argument on something which is not in the same category. All right, moving on though, guys, because we have a couple other things to share. There was actually a very interesting announcement recently that LimeWire has selected Algorand to power the relaunch of its digital collectible marketplace. Initially focusing on music a while back, a long while back, the marketplace will enable artists and fans to seamlessly create, buy, and trade a variety of music-related assets, and that is pretty cool. So Algorand, one of my favorite cryptocurrencies by far, you gotta remember for yourself, this is not your traditional crypto made by a couple of guys in a dorm room. This crypto was thought out well, and I would say that from a certain perspective, it is a very good competitor to Cardano in the way in which it is kind of like the peer review approach of doing things properly, but I won't really waste your time too much with really deep into why I'm so excited about Algorand. Let's just kind of look at the announcement itself. LimeWire making a revival. I think that's also a fun thing to think about. Right now we use our phone. We have an Apple Music Place or App Store and whatnot. Eventually, there's going to be, integrated into our phone, the NFT store, for example. I honestly believe so. Now, it might be a little bit more centralized in the sense that there might be only, the most proper collection shown, because obviously, even our iPhones right now, or our Samsungs or whatever, don't have, eBay sort of integrated in it just quite yet, but I think that will also come. Things like that are hosted by a central party eventually. All right, moving on. The Real Plan C posted this, and it's just something to think about. You guys all know that in a couple of days, we have a very interesting meeting, decision, whatever, on interest rates. Plan C posted very important post. The floor Bitcoin price of the accumulation phases was within 0 to 29 days of the last 3 crosses. We had a cross 9 days ago. Will history repeat? Last 3 times resulted in a Bitcoin price drop to my Confluence 4 model, currently at $26,800. Let's take a little bit of a deeper look at this. So, accumulation phase floor confirmation cross. He's pointing towards the Bitcoin price. He says 29 days before, 15 days before on the day, and then 9 days ago. Once more, the floor Bitcoin price of the accumulation phases. He's just basically saying where the low is supposed to be. I am not convinced that we'll actually go to 27,000, but if history repeats for a fourth straight time, that could be the low of the accumulation phase, or this specific accumulation phase. It's interesting to think about. It is definitely interesting to think about. He's saying floor is going to be $26,800 for Bitcoin. And this is actually one thing I should share with you guys as well. I personally don't really know if we are going to follow the halving cycles, where the bigger bull run is going to start in about a year and a half or 2 years from now again, or if we are finally going to go astray from it basically and just continue on with pumping because the market is maturing. That's actually a fun little thing to think about as well. You know, we have so many new things going on that we didn't have a couple of years ago. The space is maturing and changing so much, in the sense that the interest rates right now are just completely occupying the crypto people's minds. That's a fun change to crypto getting more integrated into the normal financial system rather than really straying astray from it. And I do wonder as well if that's going to kind of change up how cycles work. And I would also like to kind of add there that, well, the whole Bitcoin bull bear cycle is all a matter of perspective. The more you zoom out, the more bullish everything becomes, and the more it looks as if we're always in a bull market. But from another perspective, the more it looks as if, well, we can always go to 54,000 and we wouldn't call it a bull market until we break through our previous resistance, basically, which is going to be 69,000. Again, what if we break 45? Everybody calls, oh, big bull market, even if we go to 50. But then the moment we break down, everybody says, no, we were still in a bear market. So from that perspective, we could still get some crazy pumps going, and the majority of bigger analysts still seeing it as a bear market, which leads me to just say here, guys, look for where to make profit in every scenario. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a couple of guides in the short term here on how to get passive income from crypto, or how to really do well in any one of these scenarios. Because at the end of the day, the channel here is for juicy crypto news, but it's also about doing, or I guess I should say, making a better you, specifically with crypto or through crypto. And one of the best things, I guess, is just making sure you're financially stable in ways that are, I would say, as safe as possible, with the right reward for it as well.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.